What is up, guys? My name is Harry Rice, and welcome back to the channel. Today is Christmas Eve. Hell yeah, boyos. It is the final day before Christmas, which means tomorrow is present day. And the day of the final big-ass video for 25 Days of Harry. But today, Christmas Eve, it is the second part of the Q&A. If you didn't check out the YouTube Q&A, that was yesterday's video. Today is the Discord Q&A. Like I said in yesterday's video, I asked you guys to comment on the Q&A reveal video, or you could have done it on the Discord, which was far more used. I think it's because a lot more people just easily are already on the Discord, and I added everybody anyways. So yeah, maybe a YouTube post would have actually been better instead of full of video. But I mean, hey, whatever. So the Discord Q&A, we're gonna just get right into it because there's a shitload of questions for me to answer. A lot of people on YouTube only submitted the one question, surprisingly. A lot of people on the Discord sent upwards of 5 or 6, which was really, really cool. Really, really fun. But, yeah, so the first question comes in from Marcus Hunt. He has 4 questions. First question, who is my favorite player on Carolina? Okay, favorite player on Carolina, probably Sebastian Aho, honestly. Really, really love the way the kid plays. I really, really like him. I think he's on a great contract. You guys have Bergman to thank for that. And, yeah, he's a really solid player for Carolina. And then he asks, who do you think are the top 5 players in the NHL across all positions? Ovechkin's up there, Draisaitl, Crosby, Ovi, Draisaitl, Crosby. I don't know. After those 3, it gets a little bit tough. But I'd probably say McKinnon, definitely up there, and people are gonna flame me if I don't mention him, so I guess McDavid, just to avoid fucking getting flamed or whatever. So I don't really think McDavid's a great player, but I mean, hey, McDavid, I guess I'll put him in the top 5 just to do whatever. 3, who's my favorite player growing up? Here's the thing. Growing up, I didn't watch hockey. I was much more of a DVD and video game guy, and I only started following hockey when I was, let's see, I'm 19, yeah, when I was about 13 or 14. But my favorite player in the early years was probably Andrei Markov. I really, really liked Markov. Him and, I don't know, yeah, Markov and Subban, I think, were my favorite players. And then Subban got traded, and I was like, alright, I'll like this Weber guy. And then Markov left, and I was like, oh, shit. You know? But, yeah, I'd probably say Andrei Markov was my favorite player on the Canadiens growing up. But, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense, yeah, because I didn't know a lot of other hockey players. I just knew who was on the Habs, really. So, yeah, Andrei Markov was probably my favorite player when I first started watching hockey. And number 4, what was my dream job as a child? Oh, dream job as a child. I gotta think back a while for this one, because I do not remember a lot of what I thought as a child. I remember a lot of stuff I did as a child, but I don't remember a lot of what I used to think as a child. But I believe my dream job as a kid was some type of movie type of job, you know, whether it was an actor, director, writer, producer, something like that. I really, really wanted to be involved in movies. I also really wanted to be a singer back then, actually. It was one of the two. Before I realized that a lot of the time, those two are actually tied. A lot of actors are really good at singing. A lot of singers are pretty decent at acting, so they both worked out for me. So thank you, Marcus, for the comment. Next comes in from Kryno81, which you guys might know as Clifford Reynolds on the live streams. He asked, 1, what is your favorite color? I'm going to say it's black, but because some people don't consider black a color, it's red. It's a red, black and red, and a big shout out to purple. Purple is very underrated as a color. And number 2, who is your dream woman? This is a loaded up question, because holy shit, I don't think I've even thought really of this. Holy shit, my dream woman. Well, firstly, it would probably be, I'm trying to think of fucking what's her name, and I can't think right now. The one from Stranger Things. Not Millie Bobby Brown. Natalia Dyer, probably. But if I'm going off personality traits, someone who's just very nice, supportive, makes me laugh. I guess that's something I'd look for, if you can partially make me, not like all the time, but if, once in a while you can make me laugh, I'd be happy with that. And there's one other quality trait I was thinking of, yeah. Nice, supportive, can make me laugh. And just really understanding, you know. I'd want to try and avoid arguing as much as possible, you know. So yeah, just understanding on both ends, obviously, you know. I try to put out what I want, you know. So those characteristics I'd probably show off in relationships. So thank you, Clifford, for the questions. Next up from TVC. Wait, why do I feel like I'm like skipping, but I'm not. All right, TVC asks, who is Joe Mama? 2, who is D's nuts? 3, who is suck on D's balls? Or is it D's nuts again? 4, who is Yuri? Yuri's the only one I don't know. Yuri's the only actually one that I don't know what it is. Because I don't think it's Yuri. You're eating these nuts or something like that. I don't know. But TBC, thank you for the questions, brother. Next up from Random Jets fan, it's Fagio. He has 6 questions. He asked 1, if you had to be a fan for another team, who would you cheer for? Not the Isles, Leafs, Habs, or Panthers, because he knows I would immediately say Isles if it weren't for Canadians. But, if it wasn't those 4 teams, if I had to cheer for a team, probably the Jets, honestly. I know a lot of really, really cool Jets fans. Fagio, of course, Peg City Hockey, and Nolan Hockey Podcast. I have to bring up those guys. I know a lot of really cool Jets fans, so yeah, I'd probably want to be a Jets fan, you know? If you were the GM for the Habs for one day, what moves would you make? Holy shit, okay. What moves would I make? I would probably deal off Sherratt. It depends. If we're talking about, like, this season, if I were GM for a day, deal off Sherratt, deal off Savard, trade Price to a cup contender to let him win a cup, trade Brendan Gallagher to a playoff team, because he doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. Try to acquire as many first-round picks as I can without giving up any of the young core. And, probably fire Ducharme as well, because I'm pretty sure the GM has that power to fire the head coach. Fire Ducharme and probably put Alex Burrows as head coach to give him a little bit of a stint as the interim head coach while we find the new one. So, yeah, if I were GM for a day, I would fuck the team up, basically. Basically. Number 3, top 10 favorite all-time players, current and retired. I'm assuming you want me to do separate lists there. I would not be able to do separate lists. I could do top 10 favorite players, like, combining them. Obviously, right at the top, it's Jaromir Jagr. Second might be Zdeno Chara, honestly. I really, really like Big Z. I really, really like Chara. Mario Lemieux is definitely up there for me. Mario Lemieux is definitely there. Crosby's probably there. Ovi's probably there. Ooh, and I don't know. I don't want to say, like, Cole Caulfield is, like, one of my favorite all-time players, but he is definitely my favorite player right now, so I would definitely put him up there. I think that's 6 names. I'll have to get back to you on the rest. If I remember any throughout the rest of the video, I'm going to have to get back to you on that, because holy shit, I do not remember a lot of players for some reason. Top 5, best 5 players in each position, current and retired. Holy shit, okay. Goaltender, Roberto Luongo, not in any order, but Roberto Luongo, Patrick Waugh, Dominic Hasek, playoff Price, number 5, Jesus, make my dad happy, Ken Dryden. We're going old school, Ken Dryden. Defense, Ray Bourque. I was going to say Gordie Howe, but no, I don't think Gordie Howe was a defenseman. But Ray Bourque, Nicholas Lidstrom, obviously the greatest defenseman ever. Bobby Orr, gotta put Bobby Orr up there. I'm trying to think of 2 more. Holy shit, I can't think of any for some reason. My mind's blanking right now. My mind's blanking. It's funny. I read some of these off stream, not like right before I recorded, but like a month ago, because I was like, okay, yeah, I can respond like this for this question, because that's, I like to get answers lodged in my brain. And some of these I completely forgot. But yeah, center, Mario Lemieux, obviously. Sidney Crosby. I can't think of anyone, so Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky was on my mind, so I guess I'll put him under centers. Left wingers, obviously, it's Ovechkin. It's weird, because a lot of left wingers I get confused with who's on the right wing, So pretty much look up a top best players of all time list, Fagio. That's pretty much what I'm going for, apparently. 5, Candace. I don't actually know Candace. 6, Cole or Cole? It's obviously Cole. If you think it's Cole, you're an idiot. The answer is obviously Cole. I know I'm alienating half my audience, but I don't care. Cole is so much better than Cole. Come on, boys. Come on. You guys have to think Cole is better than Cole. There's no way you can think Cole is better than Cole. Come on. But thank you, Fudger, for the comment. NZA asks, would you rather bring back the Nordics or the Whalers? Oh, that's a tough one, honestly. Would you rather bring back the Nordiques or the Whalers? Ooh, if I had to be honest, I'd probably want to bring back... I'd love to bring back both, obviously, but honestly, I'd probably want to bring back the Whalers a little bit more than the Nordiques, you know? Everyone wants to bring back Quebec Nordiques, and yeah, I agree, they'd be great to bring in. But I just feel like there's something about Hartford and Boston that would be, like, a bit of a modern-day Montreal, Quebec. I feel like Montreal, Quebec now would just be like, oh, hey, we're in the same province. Boom. You know, like, maybe 1 in every 5 games get physical. I feel like Boston and Hartford would both get really, really physical each time they faced, and it would be a pure rivalry. Plus the Brass Bonanza. Love that logo. Those jerseys are just, so beautiful. So, yeah, I'd probably bring back the Whalers over the Nordiques, but ever so slightly. Number 2, which NHL jersey you want to buy in the future? A current Habs jersey with Caulfield 22 on the back. I'd love to get one of those jerseys. But if we're going outside of NHL, probably an Islanders jersey, honestly. Probably an Islanders and a Leafs jersey to support my fellow Isles fans and my fellow best friend who is a Leafs fan. And fuck it, I'd want to get a Jets jersey. I'd want to get a Jets jersey for all the cool Jets fans out there. Big shout out to the Jets fans. I just brought them up. But yeah, NHL jersey, pretty much Habs Caulfield jersey, maybe a Habs Toffoli jersey. I think that'd actually really be a really, really nice jersey. I think a Habs Toffoli jersey would be very sick. Islanders, I don't know who I'd want on the back of that jersey, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'd get Barzell. Maybe I'd get Pelech. I don't know. Maybe I'd get a Varlamov, actually. I think I really like Varlamov. Leafs, I don't know, actually. I feel like Bunting is a really, really good name for a back of a jersey, so I might want to get a Leafs Bunting jersey. But, yeah, thank you, Enzuge. Number 3, favorite NHL game. That's a really tough question right there. I already answered that technically in the top 10 favorite NHL, top 25 favorite video games video. Check it out. But, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure it's NHL 14, actually. I'm pretty sure NHL 14 was the highest ranking NHL video game on that list. I love that game. Exhibition games are really, really fun. Be a GM mode is incredible. Be a Pro I thought was very fun to play through, even if it was kind of very, very basic, especially compared to what we're getting in 21 and 22, which is still basic, but at least there's a small little bit of a story there. But yeah. Ooh. NHL 14, my favorite NHL game. Number 4, favorite Canadian NHL team besides the Habs, Toronto Maple Leafs. And number 5, Tkachuk or Tkachuk. I think I like Matthew a little bit more than Brady, actually. I like Matthew's game just a little bit more. He's got that aggressive physical style, but he also has that superstar quality. Not superstar, but he's got that star player type of quality about him, you know, where he can be a point-per-game player if he really, really pushed for it, you know. Not like he has to try really hard to get 82 points, but just, you know, every NHL player has to try hard. But if he was like, yeah, I'm going to score points this year, he really could, you know. I think he could be a point-per-game player if he wanted to. So I prefer Matthew over Brady just a little bit. From the Islanders fan, thank you, Sons of Liberty, for checking out thank you for the comments, for the questions. Do you simp for Kim? Is the best way to open this. I actually should have opened the video this way. But do you simp for Kim? Do I simp for a friendship? Yes. Do I simp for her? No. 2, best movie in the 2000s and 2010s. 2010s, spoiler for the list that may or may not happen in tomorrow. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, best movie of the 2000s. I actually have to look at a certain list for a video that may or may not be happening tomorrow. Shaun of the Dead. I'd argue Punch Drunk Love, but personally right now I would probably say Shaun of the Dead. And number 3, worst movie in the 2000s and 2010s. 2010s is obviously the to-do list. I mentioned that movie so goddamn much, and there's just... Ooh, if you guys haven't seen the top 10 most hated movies list, go check that one out, because that was really, really fun. And the worst movie of the 2000s... I don't know, because I feel like a majority of the movies that I had on my top 10 most hated movies list were from the 2010s. But worst movie in the 2000s. I don't know. I feel like Geely's a really popular answer to that. Obviously, The Room, but here's the thing. I don't think The Room is necessarily a bad movie if you can laugh at it and if you enjoy the movie. I don't think it can really be bad then. You know, it can be bad technically, but as a watching experience, I don't think it can be considered bad. Fuck. Of all the movies I've seen of the 2000s, I don't know, honestly. Maybe the American Pie reboots, actually, or the American Pie Presents films. I think those might be the worst movies from the 2000s that I remember checking out, so there you go. Cosby, Weinstein, and R. Kelly. Who wins at challenge pissing? Obviously, it's R. Kelly. Obviously, R. Kelly wins challenge pissing. Bill Cosby probably be spraying all over. Weinstein probably would have a hard time just whipping it out, so challenge pissing would go to R. Kelly. Number 5, worst album of all time. These are some really good questions right here. I'm trying to look at the albums that I own because I'll be able to tell. Here's the thing, I don't listen to much music that I like really know I'll hate. You know, if it's something like, Metallica or Oasis, like I will listen to those albums because I know I'm gonna love the albums. If it's something like I'm trying to think of artists I don't like, Lizzo or Megan Trainor, for example, I'm not gonna listen to their music or their albums because I know I'm not gonna like them. But worst album of all time that I've actually listened to, honestly, I don't know. It might be a tie for me. Megan Trainor, Title, and Papa Ryu, Certified. It might be a tie there because I remember listening to Papa Ryu and just really finding it so bad and just being like, why did I spend $3 on this? And then Megan Trainor, Title, which I actually bought for my mom because she liked 2 songs of Megan Trainor's, and I was like, hey, I'll be nice and I'll get this for her. And for some reason, somehow it ended up in my collection. Genuinely, it's here's the thing, I haven't listened to any like really pure bad albums. I've listened to a lot of mediocre albums, not a lot, but I've listened to like both those albums are just mediocre. So, it's not like, I've listened to like every single album ever, or I've listened to, hundreds of albums. Like I've listened to maybe 20 albums in my lifetime. But if I had to choose, I'd probably pick Megan Trainor's Title just because I have really, really bad memories about that album. So, yeah. Thank you, Sons, for the questions. Thank you, anyone else, for the questions that I didn't thank, if I forgot to thank you. Nikki comes in. He has 6 questions. Did you actually fail NNN from Billie Eilish? Yes, that's all I'm going to say about that. 2, if Rangers make the finals, will you bandy them? You know what? Fuck it. Why not? It depends who they're against. If they're against the Avalanche, probably, because I like seeing the Avalanche fans crying sometimes. Revenite, you're in the minority that I don't like seeing you cry. But if they're against someone like Phoenix, then yeah, no doubt actually, no. I'd probably go for Phoenix because I'd love for Phoenix to win a cup and then get booted from their building. I think it'd be fucking hilarious. But I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably bandy the Rangers if they make the playoffs. Are me and Divic a good couple? Yes. Do you think it's right to tank for Wright? Yeah, Nikki, I think so. Because, Shane Wright, supposed to be a generational talent, which we have Shane Wright and then Connor Bedard, which I actually see Mishkov being more of a generational talent than Bedard right now. Might be a hot take. I don't know. But, yeah, I could see us maybe tanking for Wright. I like Shane Wright. I think he'd be good. Would you marry Kim if you had the chance? Let's see. This is a double-edged sword right here. This is a double-edged sword. Because I either say yes, and I make Jordan Sunshine very, very mad, most likely, and Kim weirded out, or I say no, and Kim might get offended. So I either say yes and she's offended, or I say no and she's offended. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to answer to that question, honestly. I'd say pass, but it's a Q&A. I have to answer every single question. But would you marry Kim? Here's the thing. Technically, when you marry someone, it's not... I'm gonna try to justify this the fucking best that I can. You don't marry someone... I don't think I'll be able to do this. When you marry someone, it's not entirely because you're in a relationship with them, but because you love them. But when you love someone, you don't have to get married to them to love them, You don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to have a really bad wedding, and that isn't going to succeed. So my answer to that, fuck it, yes, there we go. Final answer, locking it in. Yes, give me the $1 million, Alex Trebek or Regis Philbin, whichever one. Either way, they're both dead, so we can change them. But okay, yes, that's my answer, because it'd be really, really funny. It'd be a really, really funny video series, I'm sure. 6, do you ever answer DMs? If not, why do you want to be like Mad Mike and Fazio? No, I don't ever answer DMs. No, I answer them occasionally. It's whenever I feel like it, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much whenever I feel like answering them is when I do. So thank you, Nikki, again for the questions. All right, you've 67 for the last time. This is coming in from High Quality. He asked, if the Habs weren't a team, who would you cheer for instead? The Islanders. I've said it before, and I'll probably say it again, but the New York Islanders is the team that I'd probably cheer for. Thoughts on Pippy? I saw Pippy. It's apparently that thing on Cartoon Network. This is one of the things I actually looked up like a month ago just in preparation, because I was like, what the fuck is Pippy? But yeah, Pippy, it looks interesting. If I remember correctly, it's that show on Cartoon Network where they're bringing back a shit ton of previous cartoon characters from the network to be like zombies. It's like a zombie apocalypse show. It has an interesting premise. It's just an execution. I don't know how it's going to work out. 3, who do you think is taking the Stanley Cup this year? Honestly, I could see it being Florida. I genuinely could see Florida taking home the Stanley Cup this year. I don't know, actually. Yeah, probably. I could see it being Florida from the East. From the West, 2022 Stanley Cup champions. Bruh. I could see Colorado. I think Colorado or Florida, honestly, which is ironic because as I was recording this, spoiler, Colorado and Florida actually played last night. So I could see them facing each other. I think that'd be a really good Cup Finals. And number 4, what do you think of the Ikeal trade? I don't know. It depends. You know, if Eichel's able to come back and have a long, you know, if he comes back and he's 100% and he's able to play like he was in Buffalo, except better because he's not in Buffalo, then Vegas fleeces, you know. But if he has the surgery and he had the surgery, he's back on, I think he's skating again. But, you know, if there's complications and whatever, then Buffalo fleeces, you know. But it's not because they got a king's ransom, but because, Ikeal never played a game for the Knights, so by default they win. But, you know, that's how it would be. But I think it's actually good for both teams. Buffalo gets a hometown guy in not Riley Smith, and Alex Tuck. I believe they got a first-round pick. They got a second-round pick and a prospect, I believe. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with, you know, I think it's hilarious that Buffalo wanted 4 first-round picks, and they ended up with 2. But yeah, I think if Ikeal comes back to Vegas and he performs really well, then yeah, I think it's going to work out for both teams, but Vegas is going to win the trade in the end, personally. Side quality, thank you. Next up from TFS, oh god, I believe this is the last one. Yes, it is. So this is the last set of comments. This comes in from TFS again. He asked, what do you think of the Kraken so far this season? This was last month. Very surprised, honestly, with how good they've been recently, because I'm pretty sure they've gone like 6-1-1 in their last 8 or something like that, something crazy like that. But yeah, Kraken are kind of surprising me. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. I don't know if they're even in a playoff spot right now. But yeah, very surprised with their expansion draft choices. With their expansion draft choices like everyone else was. But yeah, I like I said, I'm very surprised with them, and I think they're actually working pretty well. Giordano, when he was playing, was looking really solid. Jordan Eberle is looking great with Seattle, and yeah, they've been pretty okay. And number 2, did they meet your expectations? They've actually exceeded them, because I thought they were going to be god-awful when the season started. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the NHL, and so they've actually exceeded my expectations. 3, what's my favorite YouTube moment? I'm going to take this as me doing YouTube. I don't know. My favorite moment might actually be interacting with James Rolfe, or the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's far less cool than you guys would imagine. I'll give the story. So basically, on my old channel, Junior Rocks 2012, and you guys might know me from this video accidentally, the Angry Video Game Nerd did a behind the scenes, or like the making of an Angry Video Game Nerd episode. I think it's exactly what it was called, was the making of an Angry Video Game Nerd episode. But he made that, and it became, and and at the end, it was the making of an episode. It was a short 4-minute video of a review of Barbie on NES. And you guys know where this is going. I grabbed the video, cut out the making of, and uploaded the Barbie section of the video onto my channel. So if you guys have ever seen, Barbie NES, Angry Video Game Nerd episode, whatever, that was my re-upload, more than likely. That thing had 400,000 plus views by the time my channel was terminated, which that is probably very prideful to me, as I had a video, regardless if it was my own or not, that had 400,000 views. But yeah, then James Rolfe messaged me, or I forget if it was James or if it was Mike, but they answered me like, "Yo, can you take down the Barbie video?" And me being the fucking, I think I was like, God, how old was I? This was probably 2014, so I was 12. I'm pretty sure. My dumb ass just responded with, "Sure, but will there be more, what's bullshit?" Because what's bullshit was my favorite thing at the time. And he replied with, I'm pretty sure it was James, because god damn it, it would make so much sense reading it in his voice. But all that they replied with was, "Yes, there will be, yes, there will be more, what's bullshit." So that might be my favorite YouTube moment, just because of how absurd and ridiculous it is. Long story short, I didn't take down the video, and that might have been what got my channel terminated in the first place, was James Rolfe or Mike Matinee, taking down the video. So, James, I apologize. If somehow you're ever watching this, I apologize for not taking down the video then, but the views blinded me. Yeah. But favorite YouTube moment, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting to meet, and this is going to sound really cliche, but just getting to meet so many great content creators like Kim, and then Jake, Zach, and Carter from the Nolan Hockey Podcast, Jake from Peg City Hockey, Kim, Miles Girl 3, like I said, Rocha from Rocha Entertainment, getting to meet Sir from Sir Cardinal. I'm trying to say everyone that I can. If I didn't mention you, I'm very, very sorry. John from Off the Wall Hockey, all these great content creators, getting to meet these guys, and just, getting to interact with them. And, I think, being introduced to the hockey community was really, really cool. And I'm really, really happy to have a lot of friends that are in this community, and we can talk hockey, and we can talk, some of them have become my best friends, like Kim, Kim, and, I don't want to say that about Jake and Zach, but I'd say we're good friends with, I'm good friends with those guys, and the rest of them I'm friends with as well. But yeah, I my favorite YouTube moment was probably being able to find a community that I really felt I belonged in the hockey community, and I've been very, very happy to be in it the past couple of years, and yeah, many more years await in the hockey community. So if you wanted me to leave, you're shit out of luck. But yeah. Number 4, pineapple on pizza. Why did 2 people ask me about pineapple on pizza? Yay or ew? I'm gonna say yay, just because. Fucking, again, do with your pizzas what you will. What those furries did on that pizza. I mean, hey, none of them have HIV or whatever, then fuck it, go for it. Come on all the pizza you want. I couldn't give less of a shit, Might be disgusting, sure, but fuck it. If you're having fun with it and it's not hurting anybody, fucking go for it, whatever. But pineapple on pizza, I don't care. Number 5, favorite player, Cole Caulfield. Cole Caulfield, no doubt, is my favorite player right now. Every single Habs game, I'm watching at him. And as I'm recording this, he still only has 1 goal in the year. And every time I see him get the puck, I'm like, oh my god, please score, please score. And sometimes they'll hit the post, I'm like, fuck. Because I'm like, god damn it, he can't score. Which he's had chances. He's had great chances. Cole Caulfield's going to be a great NHL player. I'm really, really loving the kid. And, yeah, he's going to be great in the NHL. And, I'm very, very happy the Montreal Canadiens have him. Favorite player of all time, though, is Jaromir Jagr. And final question is, number 6, is the answer to a squared plus b squared c squared? Yes, it is, TFS. Yes, it is. Why? Because 1 plus 2 equals 3. So, yeah. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for the Q&A. Holy shit, we actually finally did it. Half an hour of recording later. Genuinely can't believe it took me that long. I'm actually surprised it took me that short. I was not expecting it to take me only half an hour to get through all the questions that I have. I was expecting it would take maybe 5-10 minutes longer. But very happy it only took this amount of time. But yeah, guys, so if by the time you're watching this, I am probably getting ready to go live in like an hour or so. Maybe an hour, because it's premiering at 5. Yeah, probably about an hour, hour and a half maybe, for the Christmas Eve live stream. If you guys are watching this on December 24th, Christmas Eve, then I'm going to be doing the Christmas Eve live stream. I might put a link to that in the description. I might set it up a couple days early. And, yeah. So I have the... yeah, I'm probably going to set it up early. I'll put the link for the Christmas Eve live stream in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harris. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes but not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harris. Subscribe to Puff Club, subscribe to His Club, subscribe to our Sub Up, subscribe to the D Nation. If you're a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for moderating any comments on any streams and or any videos that I post. It is much greatly appreciated. Links in the description are the Amazon wishlist, the PO Box, the PayPal, the Discord, the Letterboxd, the Speedrunning account, and the Twitter. All down there. Please go check them out. Much greatly appreciated. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, my name is Harris, and I am out. Stay classy, boys. Ade Morial. And always remember, no matter how bad we are like this year or how good we are like last year, go Habs, go, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching again. And my name is Harris, and I am out. Love you guys. Peace.